Good evening, everybody. I just made a video of the New York Mets surviving to live another day and pushing the series back to LA for Game 6 with the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League Championship Series. But I'm going to preview the Sunday night football game between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to be a big Sunday for me. Is I got Game 6 of the National League Championship Series with the Sunday night football game between the Jets and the Steelers. So that's going to be quite the night for me. First of all, I had mentioned earlier in the week after I was heated about another bad Jet loss against the Buffalo Bills, and of course I was more heated because I was there, close to the tunnel. Um, I wanted to. And then we got Devontae Adams the next day, and I gotta say, Devontae Adams to the New York Jets. Hopefully, it's a face saving move. I mean, hopefully it sparks the offense. Hopefully, Rodgers and him can work some magic and for a last hurrah. I mean, I know Adams said he'd like to stay beyond this year. We'll see. A lot of that's going to be dependent on Rodgers. It's one of those like we'll see if they can put this thing together between Rodgers and Devontae Adams. But it's just beyond that. I mean, I'm hoping. I mean, Adams might be on limited snaps, but hopefully he'll provide a spark for the offense, and we badly need it. So, and the spark for the team in general because we obviously badly need it. So, I just want to say, it's going to come down to the offensive tackles, Morgan Moses and Tyron Smith, who have looked well. Tyron Smith in particular. I know Moses just came back from injury. Tyron Smith's looked old. He's looked slow. He looks defeated. He doesn't look like he lost. It looks like he lost a step. And I really think that that this is what concerns me the most about the matchup is T.J. Watt against Tyron Smith, Cameron Hayward against Morgan Moses, or vice versa. They've got two ridiculously amazing, game-changing defensive ends. T.J. Watt's probably the best player in the league, so that's a bad matchup. But I really hope that Downing and Albrecht can come up with a scheme to help Tyron Smith. Either start the kid at left tackle, Olu Fashanu, or if you're going to start Tyron Smith, even if you did start the kid, you got to come up with ways to double team T.J. Watt. You're going to have to. Tyron Smith is going to struggle if he's left by himself with no protection. So, this is a game that for the Jets to win and go to 3-4 and keep some playoff hopes alive, they're going to have to do a much better job of protecting the blind side of Aaron Rodgers because at this rate, I'm concerned that he's going to last. So they've got to find a way to protect him. I mean, they have Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, who's looking a little like a resurgence under Rodgers. They have Devontae. Doesn't matter if he can't block, and you got a 40-year-old quarterback out there. So for the Jets to have success, they're gonna have to find a way to double team T.J. Watt and Cameron Hayward, and that matchup concerns me. Those guys are capable of wreaking havoc, of taking over a game, of disrupting the offense. If we don't do that, it doesn't matter if we have Devontae or not. We're not winning this game. If they can contain the Steelers' pass rush, we do have a good shot. It comes down to that. And you also got to run the damn football, which seemed to be finally got our game going a little bit with Brees and a little bit with Braylon. So offense, just find a way. I know easier said than done, but you got to contain T.J. Watt, and that's what worries me if we're going to be able to do that. As far as the defensive side of the ball is concerned, I think Russell Wilson is starting for the Pittsburgh Steelers, going up against the Jet defense. I know Russell Wilson's not what he used to be, and he's not very mobile, which I'm a little surprised because if I was Mike Tomlin, first of all, the Steelers are 4-2 with Justin Fields. I understand he may not be the smartest quarterback or have the best reads, but he's 4-2 and he's very mobile, and the Jets struggle with mobile quarterbacks. So a little surprised that Mike Tomlin would make the switch to Russell Wilson to start Sunday, but that may actually help the Jets as far as that's concerned, just because he doesn't have the mobility that Justin Fields has. and he's just not what he used to be. So the Steelers' offense, they don't score a lot of points, but they do run the ball really well, and our run defense has got to get that figured out. So for the Jets to win this game, they definitely need to stop the run. They need to contain the run. Pittsburgh is the type of team that loves to play low-scoring slugfests, punt fests, and boxing matches, so to speak. Exchange punts, exchange hits, exchange blows. They're a very defensive-minded, oriented team. They always have been. So the terrible towels, the steel curtain, whatever. But that's not going to be an easy game for the Jets. They're 2-4. Easily could be 4-2. One for the frickin' kicker, Zerloin. So, bottom line is you got to contain Watt and Hayward. You got to stop the run. If the Jets can do that, they'll be in this, and they have a very good chance to win this game. If Aaron Rodgers is not being protected and the offensive line struggles, and doesn't matter who we have at receiver, and if we can't stop the run, we're going to get blown out. So if everything holds up right, Jets could win this game 23-16. If the Jets, if the pass protection is an issue and the run defense is an issue, it's going to be 20-6 Steelers. So that's so it just depends on the Jets got to get their asses woken up and block for Rodgers and stop the run. Again, easier said than done. Am I confident they're going to do it? It's the Jets. They've been finding ways to lose. I mean, like I said, when Devontae Adams got traded to the Jets, I for one was like, okay. But we're 2-4. Is that going to save our season? So we got to find a way to get this done. Let's get this done. Let's go to 3-4. Stop messing around. But at the same time, I can't know if I can get fully. If we're 2-5, then we're pretty much. I think we got to be. Looking at being done and having a playoff failures extend another year of not making it, which would be awful. But hey, it's the price you pay being a Jet fan. But Devontae Adams is here. Garrett Wilson is here. Lazard is having a resurgence. Protect Aaron Rodgers. Get this figured out. Get this protection scheme figured out. Get the goddamn special teams figured out. Get the run defense figured out. And let's actually win a game and actually show something and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.